Today's country and your all-time favorites, 95.1 The Bull. Our community conversation this morning brought to you by Floyd County Medical Center, delivering exceptional personalized healthcare with compassion online at fcmc.us.com. Joining me in the bullpen with me here as we are getting into another weekend ahead, and shortly after, we'll be joining up with some Veterans Day affairs here. Joining us here from American Legion FaceTime Post 38, Brian Quirk joining us. Brian, thanks for joining me this morning.
You bet. Thanks for having me, Rob.
Absolutely, and good to have you in once again. As was not that long ago. We were talking about the memorial ceremony there at the courthouse, and now we're on to Veterans Day.
Yeah, it sneaks up on you.
It certainly does. So just to kind of get people informed in here and everybody about the Veterans Program, I assume it's kind of like what we did last year. It's the 11th hour, 11th day, 11th month, right?
Yep, absolutely, yes.
So once again, will that be taking place at the courthouse this year?
Yes, and looking at the long-range forecast, it looks like the weather's going to be cooperative and be quite a lot warmer than what we've been accustomed to.
I know, right? Like in the past, we've always had the cold, windy day for us for Veterans Day, and for Memorial Day, it was always hot and buggy.
Yes.
We don't have the happy balance, but we might somehow get it for next week.
I think so.
Good. So kind of looking at the program there, can you kind of walk us through what's going to entail for the Veterans Day program for this year?
Okay, well, normally for Veterans Day, we usually try to plan the program to be something like a half hour or less, mainly because the weather's always never been cooperative, and we just don't want people to be out there to get sick. But we also want to recognize and do our due diligence and service to honor veterans.
Mhm.
So it'll still start at 11 a.m. on November 11th, 11th hour, 11th day. So that's armistice. So so we have our guest speaker this year, who is our county veteran service officer, Keith Aylens, and that guy has been doing a phenomenal job. Just hear rave reviews from a lot of the veterans that use his services and the county services, and we're just so appreciative to have somebody of his caliber and what he's been able to accomplish. So we're just honored to have him as our guest speaker this year to talk about his services and the shining light of veteran service. So
very good. Now, following the program there, will you also be doing a meal afterwards?
Yes, we are. The Chickasaw Event Center is sponsoring a Veterans Day meal directly after our ceremony at the courthouse. So if people are welcome to join us at the for our program, and then also join us at the event center for a free will donation for a meal. I believe the Reichs are working up something special with their pork barbecue or pork meal. So whatever it is, it's delicious, whatever they do. So
Reichsview always delivers when it comes to catering for you guys.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, most definitely. And of course, we will do our best to also carry the broadcast as we've done in the past with you guys. So make sure to tune in for that 11 o'clock on Monday with Mr. Brian Quirk joining us here from American Legion FaceTime Post 38 on 95.1 The Bull. Also in the past, there's also been a dinner as well, and that will be coming up as well.
Absolutely. That'll be the Sunday, November 17th from 4 to 7 p.m. At the pub, like we've always done in the past. It'll be optional drive-through and dine in. So, for folks that want to come in and socialize with other folks and enjoy the ambiance of the pub, most welcome to do so. We'll have people inside taking care of you. And for those that want to hustle home and get back to the football games, then, that option's there too. So.
Yeah, we always look forward to whenever you guys come out and do these things. This is always a great thing to look forward to. Also wanted to mention, Brian, like some of the many different things that you contribute with the American Legion. What are some of the other things that you guys do during the course of any given year?
Well, mainly our two fund drives is the free will donation that we get for our cookout with Security Bank that sponsors it for us at Memorial Day. The proceeds from that, and along with our proceeds that go with the Veterans Day dinner, we donate to like organizations locally, like the Quilt of Valors, sending people locally. We contribute to the Honor Flight and Retrieving Freedom, which is near and dear to our hearts too. They place service dogs with veterans, and also people of the public with uh, diabetes or some kind of underlying disease like that that the dogs are sensitive to. And we also contribute to our veteran service office. Oftentimes, they're appropriated money from the state and some from the county, and it goes to help veterans locally. But sometimes those funds run a little short, so we're there to try to help them be the backstop for some of those things.
Yeah, absolutely. And I going back to what you said about the honor flight, it's always a great opportunity to be a part of that every year because, a lot of our older veterans, I mean, they're not getting younger, and a lot of the eras now that are moving up now. I mean, you've got your Vietnam War era, you've got Gulf War, and so on and so forth. So for those who have not yet done it, I highly recommend it. You get a day long trip, you go to Washington, D.C., you see some of the many different memorial sites. I believe Vietnam memorials there, you go there, and some of the other points in between as well. So
I'm not quite old enough to go yet, but I've heard stories from the guys that come back, and it's just warms your heart to see how their faces light up when they get to talk about their experience.
And a lot of tears shed, but they're happy tears.
Absolutely. Tears of joy.
Absolutely. Brian Quirk, once again, joining us here on the Morning Roundup 95.1 The Bull. A reminder for those who would like to be involved with the Legion, they can reach out to you, and also a reminder about now that you can open it to anybody, men and women.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Though the American Legion used to be restricted by times of service, certain dates you had to serve during certain conflicts or wars throughout history. And a couple of years ago, Congress was able to make that change, and they opened it up to anybody who is currently serving or has been honorably discharged, and even to the National Guard that have been federally mobilized or activated, which pretty much every National Guards person is now. Has done tours of duty and been federally mobilized. So yes, we welcome you with open arms. The American Legion is one of the probably the most influential in looking out for veterans benefits around the United States, and stuff that we do locally to help local veterans, whether they're members or not. We try to pick a public project once a year to that the Legion members get behind and do. We took a bunch of trees down in the New Hampton Cemetery last year with all the ash trees that had died, and we've helped some local veterans do that as well with their homes, and a lot of times with some financial assistance, we've been there to work through our VSO or to help them get into the VA system for medical care, and whatever. And we're just there for them, just to have that a group of people that have shared experiences through multiple generations. The brotherhood and sisterhood is there and strong, and people get it, and they're there to listen.
So for more information and how to get involved there, can they reach out to you, Brian, with the Legion?
Yes. Yeah. Our meetings are the first Thursday of every month at the American Legion Post, and that is across from Quick Star East on Main Street. We're on the upstairs part of it, and we meet at 7 p.m. First Thursday of every month. Or feel free to reach out to me at the New Hampton Municipal Utilities office. I'm there most every day. We'd love to get new members and get you signed up.
I'd love to get many generations to come together as one here for you guys at the Legion. So appreciate you coming in here this morning, Brian. On behalf of the Legion, we look forward to a wonderful program up ahead for Veterans Day on Monday.
Great. Thank you very much, Rob.
You bet. Brian Quirk with American Legion Stine Post 38 on 95.1 The Bull. Our community conversation brought to you by Floyd County Medical Center on 95.1 The Bull.